Or do you want to see more?
No, it's not enough, and I've already told them that it's not acceptable. But we're working through the process, and they understand, how I feel about it. But I want to encourage them to say, hey, we're trying to get somewhere on this thing, and we'll see. It's a long road.
Governor, what do you think about municipal tax reform? Do you think some local governments have some problems with it? What do you think about that?
Well, I think that it's important that those people who represent local government, that we all act in good faith. It's not the state of Ohio trying to grab their money or anything like that, and I think that's one of the hurdles that we have to get over. And these guys have it in their bodies, and they can tell you more about the ins and outs. So.
The question that we got asked today was when. I jokingly said the House has spent 3 years on it. Give us more than 3 weeks in the Senate. So we're going to take a while to take a look at it and see what it means. I mean, again, it comes back to this question. If we're going to allow people to tax people who don't live there on income, then we need to make sure we do it in a way that balances the compliance cost with all of the other factors.
Governor, can you give us a few more details about what Les Wexner is going to do for Marketing Ohio and how?
Well, Rob can give you. I don't really know exactly how it's going to work. Les and I had a conversation, and I told him that one of the most important things we need to do is market our state. You find it everywhere, whether it's Nestle's up in Cleveland or whether it is AEP here in Columbus. When people get to Ohio and they realize, one, there's no traffic. Some of you may think there's traffic. There is no traffic. Two, the cost of living is so much lower here than it is on the coast, and even in places like Chicago. Three, we have great schools. Four, we've got neighborhoods that are terrific. But the issue is, how do you get them here? When they're out somewhere on the east or on the west coast, and they got an ocean, and of course it costs them a fortune to live there. How do you tell people about what we have? How do you tell people about the flats? How do you tell people about the short north? How do we tell people about the exciting ring around Dayton? We have to let them know about this. Because once they know, they want to be here. And there is an element of cool. You might remember I said that, I think, 2 or 3 years ago, that the cool factor matters. Over the Rhine, down in Cincinnati, it's cool. People want to move downtown, and it's happening. In Cleveland, I'm told you can't even rent an apartment there anymore because everybody's gone downtown. So I said to Les, the real issue is we've got to figure out how to get this marketed. He said, well, why don't you let me take a whack at it? And I said, I think that'd be fantastic. So as to how it's all going to work, I can't quite tell you, but I'm excited to have him involved. And, the guy's a brilliant marketer, and we couldn't have anybody better that's showing a great interest in Ohio. And how it's all going to work, I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it.
Last week, the President of the United States said inequality